This is BAIT, life outside the Federal Witness Protection Program. A very dangerous way to exist.
Skinheads, deadhead, everybody, gun bad, situation, aggravation, everybody, allegation, innocence, on the news, everybody, dog food, bang bang, shot dead, everybody, gun bad. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us.
Hey, it's Suze, and welcome to tonight's episode of Keep the T-Post Mellows Away. Nice to see ya. Hey, greetings from a foreign country. Boy, I had a couple days off, so I had to bail out to a foreign country just to relax. I cannot, unfortunately, relax in my own country due to the ongoing stalking, kidnapping threats, whether or not my accounts are getting hit and who's doing it, and all the other crap garbage that these joint terrorism task forces and all these law enforcement fuckheads and legal fuckheads come up with in the United States. All of the what is called intentional negligence, with the goal of hurting Suze. Boy, you know what? That's why I said I love it when I have a couple days off and I can go to a foreign country, because at least for a very, very short period of time, I don't have to deal with such garbage. But anyway, I made a lot of friends here in Mexico, and you know what? It's really interesting, because when people from foreign countries, hear part of what has gone on in the last 10 years and are in shock that the United States government at the highest level of government, like the U.S. Department of Justice, is intentionally neglecting the whole situation. I mean, people are just like, in shock and disbelief, because, the United States advertises to the world that, apparently it is this great place. But let me tell you, I know from 10 years of experience, and I know other victims like me, that when it comes to America, there's very, very little truth in the advertising. So, but anyway, God, when I'm in America, I'm always on red alert, because I always have to worry about being used as bait. That's all I exist for in the United States, is I'm used as bait or a core for crime, so an FBI task force and the U.S. Department of Justice can cover up for a mishandled terrorism case. So, but anyway, still don't have any updates on my missing family. Keep in mind, it was actually the U.S. Marshal Service told me to make missing persons reports on my family that was in Phoenix, Arizona. I don't have any updates from state or federal authorities nationwide on where my family is. I find that strange. Kind of like, one of the mean and malicious and evil things that the United States does is that they'll tell you that your family's missing. They'll force you to actually make missing persons reports when they could have picked up the phone and just, called other law enforcement themselves in other cities and states. And then when you do so, and then the investigations are open, then they don't come back and they give you any updates at all. This is part of the mental abuse that the United States does under the USA Patriot Act. One of the many, many reasons why I can't stand your country of America. One of the reasons why I'm not actually in your country right now. But anyway, moving on to the news. Enough about me. Congressman Lloyd Gohmert, who's one of my favorite U.S. congressmen, who was apparently supposed to be chewing out Eric Holder for me, sent me an email today. Apparently he was going to be on Fox, and he was going to be talking about one of the things, talking about a military man, a Marine in a Mexican prison. Now, unfortunately, I missed that episode, but I got to tell you, I am very, very glad that there is a U.S. military man in a Mexican prison, and I'll tell you why. Our military, your military, the United States military, goes to foreign countries all the time and hurts women, children, kills people, destroys families, destroys property of people who are not actively involved in hostilities. Why do they do that? Just because they can, just because they're the U.S. military. They hurt people all the time. Our U.S. military hurts people all the time around the world. And do they ever get punished for it? No, they don't. And then they just cover the shit up like, oh, we didn't mean to hurt civilians, or we were trying not to hurt civilians. Bullshit. So, whatever this Marine did that has caused him to be, in a Mexican prison in the first place. And apparently he's, not being treated very well. I say good. Let him take all the punishment for all of his little fucking military friends in the United States that go around and hurt innocent people for no reason just because somebody gave him a freaking damn uniform to wear that says military. Ugh. So, you know what, let that military asshole, that Marine in a Mexican prison, take the heat for all the other fuckheads that have hurt people around the world. But you know what, there's a reason why he's in that prison, and I hope damn well that he gets what's coming to him, you know what? And I hope that somebody here in Mexico, in the country that I'm in, I hope that they hit the shit out of him for me too, man. I wish I could throw, a few more United States military people in a foreign prison, one being this damn Mark Moore, that's connected into the major assault and disappearance of my child, the disappearance of my Honda Prelude, and the disappearance of about $200,000 of my nursing wages. So, you know, among the 500,000 other human rights violations him and his little cohort fucking friends in the goddamn fucking FBI did. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah. But foreign countries, I know that foreign countries take criminal activity much more seriously, much more harshly than the United States does. Basically, the United States legal system, I think, is a fucking joke. So that's why I said I'm glad this military man is in a Mexican prison, and I hope to God he never gets out. But anyway, it's tonight's episode of Keep the T-Post Smallows Away. Keep your stun gun handy if you're in the United States. There's real criminals and terrorists out there, ones that the government knows about, your government knows about, and intentionally chooses to do nothing about anything. I'll see you next time.